Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to get into Taehyung and a recording that he put out. People were saying how it was like a cute girlfriend recording that he did in bed, and a lot of people were shook when he spoke about it recently on the Weverse. Let's talk about that and what happened with that. I think it's super cute. I also want to get into the McDonald's BTS meal and why it's not happening in certain places and what the theories are. So grab your dumpling, a tea spilling mug merch, and let's get into the tea. If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, lines me the first of your hate comment. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now let's jump into it. The first thing I want to get into and talk about was this recording. I didn't really speak about it too much when it came out, but better late than never, right? So Taehyung put out a song on April 20 and he called it Sleep. And it was just a quick song and it wasn't anything specifically recorded. It might have just been on his phone. There was no visual. He wasn't showing himself singing. It was just audio, which likely makes me think maybe there wasn't any lights on and he was just singing, or he did a voice memo and then just put a black image as the video. But either way, the internet was shook by this recording. It went viral and it was all anyone could talk about. It got 12 million views and was well deserved because he sounds really good. We were all shook because we were waiting for Taehyung's mixtape and it felt like this might have been a leak to what the mixtape will sound like or maybe what style he is going for. So it is a big deal, and as you can tell with 12 million views on a literal voice memo, people are going to really care about this mixtape. Completely original song, by the way. This wasn't like a cover. And pretty much we haven't heard too much from Taehyung on social media since then. It seems like Taehyung has been really busy due to the comeback and maybe preparing for that. He hasn't graced us with any selfies or anything like that, but he recently did come back to the Weverse and decided to interact with us armies a little bit more. It's also a blessing when he does. Some armies were asking for more selfies, or what Taehyung called them, V-cuts. He posted this one here and he censored the background. Perhaps this was because he was on set for maybe his new video, I am not sure. But armies asked for more and he replied saying, I don't really take pictures these days, so I don't have any pics at all. A little while ago, I think Taehyung called himself unattractive before. I am not sure if he actually did. But I mean, a lot of people think they themselves are ugly. But I don't think Taehyung owns a mirror if he thinks he's ugly. Because then what am I? I'm just a sack of potatoes to him. But armies were so glad he decided to become more active on the Weverse, and others even asked him about this voice recording he posted in April. Taehyung talked about another song that was written called Umbrella, but it was by another writer. So someone asked, what is Sleep then? Obviously referring to the recording he posted. Taehyung responded saying, of course it's the one I wrote myself. Army said they couldn't fall asleep, so I recorded it with a sleepy voice. Armies freaked out. So Taehyung was just sitting on bed, half asleep in his sleepy voice, and just recorded a little lullaby for his girlfriends, us, me, specifically just for me, and no one else. Because he is faithful and only dates me, while I date all 7 of them. But that is okay because Taehyung is the forgiving type, and will forgive me for dating 7 men. But it's so cute to think that he posted that late night, hoping that we will listen to it, and it will help us sleep and help us relax. And it honestly did that. I'm so glad he was able to reach so many people and help them, but also so glad he talked about it a little bit. We were definitely wondering where this was from and what it was all about. I'm assuming this is something to maybe hold us over or something he is working on for the mixtape. I don't know if it will be released this year or not, but that's a conversation for another video. However, I don't know if this song will be on his mixtape now. I think since he released it, it might be something he wasn't considering putting out. Like, do you think he'll leak one of the songs there? I'm actually not sure. It sounds really good. I do hope he puts it out. Seeing the reaction, it could definitely even be a leading song, I think. I so imagine Taehyung like half asleep in his sexy voice, just singing romantically to us. I love it so much. It's so soft and whispery. It's like ASMR. Taehyung has the best ASMR channel. I love it. He knew we'd love it and find it romantic too. I definitely want to see the general reaction over on El Tweetster on what people were feeling about the song and maybe even what Taehyung was saying about the song. One person on the Tweetster wrote, I am surprised and not surprised at the same time that his voice sounds amazing no matter what. And the way he listens to armies, I can't. Not that the others don't, but just in these particular instances. Army definitely does not forget the promises that Taehyung or any of the BTS boys make. And I think we all constantly remind them, so they remember as well. I hold promises to a big standard, and to this day, I've never broken one. I still have some that need to be fulfilled that I couldn't do with the pandemic, but I've kept them all otherwise. And this makes BTS, in my opinion, a great group, because they remember the words they say. A lot of my old friends don't even remember the words they say to me. Meanwhile, I've kept and held on to those words, and it meant nothing to them. So seeing BTS like this, I think for armies showed that men are not all bad, and there are some absolutely great ones that exist. I love them for that. There's an upcoming promise that we are getting a very special collab with McDonald's. Our boys love McDonald's, and I think they said it was a big part of them as trainee, or a big part of what they eat now. I mean, McDonald's is a big part of everyone's life. I've had a lot of childhood memories there, and the restaurant has just a big nostalgic feel every time I go. They've been doing a lot of celebrity collabs for the past year or so, or maybe even longer. One of the recent big big ones was the Travis Scott meal. I believe he is a rapper. I don't listen to him too much, but they basically did a meal that Travis orders often, or maybe it's just products they want to push more sales to, I'm not sure. But BTS recently did a collab with them too, and I'm not 100% sure what the meal is going to be. I think it's nuggets and fries, and maybe there's a specific sauce, and apparently you get BTS photo cards, kind of like a Happy Meal. That I'm excited for. I will actually try to do a review on the meal. I want to post that. Please let me know if you would be excited to see that. Just spam the comments. I would be excited to see that. But it's coming out on May 26th for me, and it looks like different places might have different little prizes. So I actually don't know what we'll get here in the US. Maybe some butter paraphernalia. I'm excited for that. It comes out in many different places, as you can see on the list. Just pause here if you want to see when it will come out for you. I kind of feel like the McDonald's might be a little packed, so I hope I can be early and get one. But knowing the McDonald's in my area, it might not even have it. However, there recently was this conversation or topic around BTS meal being available in China. So if you're in China watching this, you likely won't have the meal available there. Probably won't be watching this in China though. A lot of people speculate that China won't have the meal largely due to the controversy with BTS in China. If you don't know what that is, it is a reference to the previous event when BTS won their award for the James A. Van Fleet Award, and it recognizes the group's role in developing goodwill with Korea and America. RM talked about needing to remember the loss of the people in the Korean War. Of course, China got angry over the lack of mention of them during the Korean War and how much China has suffered. However, it doesn't make sense for BTS to mention China in that context. The award is about Korea and the US. When China does something, do they mention Korea? Probably not. I don't think the government had any problem with them, but I think it was just mostly the people, citizens, who had issues. A lot of BTS media was pulled from China, commercials and even merch. I also think maybe more recently with the controversy of a lot of brands and idols moving away from China. You can look up what that was, that thing with Jackson Wang and Victoria from FX. And thus it looks like on the McDonald's list, China was excluded from it. And it looks like they will not be participating, which kind of sucks. I always see people saying that controversy and drama gets you more famous and people will talk about you. I don't believe BTS needs any certain country to be popular. I think them making good music will do that. However, when you have a controversy where an entire nation bans you or whatever, then you lose a big audience. A lot of people in China won't be shown BTS, or less people will know about them because it's not on their TV or billboards. This is not a good thing, it's bad. But I think it's okay because it's an audience that probably wasn't going to continue to support anyway. So it's okay. But controversy definitely does not help anyone's career. Definitely not all press is good press. And it's kind of sad to see the kids that love BTS won't be able to participate in this. But stay tuned for my review. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much, Link. As always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check stuff out. I have a lot of videos over there, over 300 videos over there that are already available that you can check out. You can get videos over there like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. You can also recommend things you'd like to see over there. You can definitely pick the tier that you would like to participate in, and I have handwritten cards. We also interact a lot over there as well. It's a lot of fun. All of that will be the first link down below. There's also a video over there that's free to watch that kind of talks about my experience being Asian in media and how you can support this channel even more if you would like to do that. Please make sure you go over there and check it out. With that said, there's 2 videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those and I'll see you over there. Bye.